the first thing I see when I pull into this fatal vehicle versus pedestrian crash is deputies going through the pockets of this tall guy here in the middle of the frame. Now, I initially thought he may have been the driver of the car that hit the person crossing the street, but it turns out I think he just came up to the scene after the fact and may have tried to involve himself in the investigation somehow.
Sit down, please. You have it right here, right? Stand up for a second so I get the stuff back in your pockets. You want it right here? Sure.
So this is the first indication that this guy doesn't want to be touched. This deputy wants to put his belongings that they threw into the ground back into his pockets, but this guy isn't having it.
She lays down. You can see that she's I mean, why am I in cuffs? I mean, like,
because you're being resistant. You're not listening.
I mean, boss,
we haven't
talked to me a little earlier. Did I do anything to you?
I mean, you still, if I'm trying to be the bigger man here, because obviously you've been drinking.
I have.
So you're coming off like a little, like take a little step back. Let's have a normal conversation. All I'm asking is,
I don't know the truth, but tell me what
I'm just asking basic questions. Like you said you weren't in the car. No, I'm not talking about him. So you weren't in the car at all. Right? So then in that case, we don't need you going in the car because it just looks funny.
I mean, I should.
It looks like you might be messing with things, covering things up.
I can feel that. I really can't feel that. I can feel that. Yeah. Come on, man.
He's medium.
I mean, I think you want to get from pressure. You know, if I was trying to fight something, I wouldn't do it. I'm not. I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
listen, I'm trying to stand up for the lady. If that's wrong, if that's the wrong thing to do, I mean, we all citizens, but if that's the wrong thing to do, I want to do
you're not, I understand what you're trying to get at, but you're not doing it the right way. At the end of the day, if an officer...
I fucked up by going in the car. That's why I fucked up.
And we just had simple questions. So if you just answer them very plainly for us, then everything's will go out.
That's why I fucked up.
And we just had simple questions. So if you just answer them very plainly for us, then everything's will go out.
You talk to me, ask me a question, I'm going to be straight up that.
Sir, is there any way you could dim the light a little bit?
Fucked up.
I'd appreciate it if you can. Hey, so listen, man, you can't.
Fucked up, man.
All right. Okay, you're just gonna listen to me then.
You got bigger balls than you do.
All right, you're just gonna listen to me then. This is a crime scene, okay? You can't. You're not involved. You can't walk up.
I'm under arrest, right?
You're detained right now. You can't walk up. You can't go into cars that are involved. You can't do any of that. That's all criminal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry you feel that way. Were you in the service?
You're a bitch.
Listen.
Oh, bro, don't touch me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You also hear the deputies asking the guy if he served in the military because I think he's wearing dog tags. He appears to acknowledge that he had served in the military, and when the deputy goes to try to touch his dog tags, he pulls away. Second sign, this guy does not want to be touched.
Okay, sit down. Sit down.
Yo, bro, you gonna
sit down. Stop bucking up.
You're gonna make me a rich man,
Come on,
bro.
let's go to the car.
Let's go. Let's do it.
He's obviously handcuffed. He's obviously restrained. He's not doing anything to anyone at this point. From this angle, it's hard to tell. He may have leaned towards the deputy, but I don't see that as any justification for the way he was pushed down. That's assault, if you ask me. He could have lost his balance. He could have hit his head. He could have done a lot of things. And I think because My camera is recording. Now he decides to take this guy to a patrol car or patrol truck a little further away from the camera view. Now, I don't know if this guy was arrested. I don't know if he did something criminal or arrest worthy before I got to the scene. I certainly didn't see him do anything criminal while he was in handcuffs. Leaning towards a deputy, some clown with a badge, isn't a crime. Not sitting down is definitely not a violation of any Florida statute that I'm aware of.